Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we got to talk about Kyrie Irving response to LeBron James saying that he's mad that he's not his teammate no more, but he's happy that Kyrie is getting an opportunity to play on the game's biggest stage again. And, ironically enough, he's going back to Boston, the team that he left Cleveland when he was with LeBron to join. So that is something um that LeBron has said, and he's been trying to get Kyrie back on his team the last few years. I think what happened the first time is just the Lakers didn't have the deal that other teams had. Dallas had the best deal for what they could get, and so the trade was facilitated, and Kyrie landed in Dallas. Okay, and then the Lakers had some cap space, but they chose to sign the players back, that they had, and they had Gabe Vincent and all those guys, and they kind of chose depth over Kyrie Irving. Kyrie and Luka didn't have the best second part of the season last year, going out and grabbing rim running bigs like Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, and then adding PJ Washington, tough post defender, knock down some perimeter shots, and able to put it on the floor and not settle all the times. You got Derrick Jones Jr. Had Josh Green and all those guys already, but the mesh of talent now fits really well to complement the stars. Kyrie Irving and Luka got more reps with each other. Luka's more comfortable letting Kyrie get off a little bit more, coming off the ball. So all those things have played into this, but we're gonna get into what LeBron and Kyrie said, in response today. But first, we're gonna go back and revisit that because Russell Westbrook felt ostracized back, when the Lakers were trying to trade him. And then, after it falls through, it's like, okay, now get back in the locker room. That's a big ego hit. So we're going to look back at that first, and then we're going to look at what they said this week.
Rob Linkett said last month that the team would part with any assets it had available to it if it could get to the finish line towards the championship on a deal. Is Kyrie Irving the type of player that could help your team get to the finish line?
That's a Rob question. You guys see him when y'all get back to LA. Told y'all a couple of weeks. I don't speak for our front office, and my mindset is to, whatever lineup or whatever group that we have, is to make sure that we prepare ourselves the best way we can to go out and win. Obviously, that's it's the word you use, question, when you talk about a player like that.
I know trade rumors are nothing new to you. Do you feel added pressure coming toward the deadline with just your name circulating?
No, I do not. That's not up to me. Like I said, man, I've known this as a business since I was 18, 19 years old. Since I got in, my dad taught me that at a young age. Is when you get into this league, it's a business.
Now, that was around the trade deadline last year. There was some heavy rumors out there that they wanted to play together. Just couldn't really decide on, um, LeBron wanted Kyrie to come to LA. Kyrie was fine in Dallas. And you have to remember at that point in Kyrie's career, in good faith, Mark Cuban had showed him love when a lot of owners and a lot of different people probably were saying, this dude's a problem. We don't want him long term. It wasn't that they didn't want to rent Kyrie for a little bit of time. It was just when that next contract came up, was he going to get compensated worth his talents? And with Mark Cuban being the one willing to do that and believe in it, even though the season didn't go as they would like for it to have went last year, he felt a great deal of loyalty to him. So, they couldn't decide on that. The Lakers had the assets but wouldn't trade for him, obviously. And here we are today. So this is what LeBron said earlier this week, and this is Kyrie's response.
There was nothing on the basketball floor that Kyrie couldn't do. And sitting here watching it, I'm like so happy and so proud and to watch him and continue his growth and whatever the case may be. And at the same time, I'm so mad at the same time that I am not his running mate anymore.
I have a great reaction. It's appreciated. There's a lot of gratitude there as well. Obviously, I'm in a different age, different place in my life. So was he, and I think we've both been able to mature and really appreciate what we got a chance to accomplish. I think there were some things that got in the way of our relationship when I was a little bit younger, and now that I'm able to vocalize how I feel as a man and be comfortable in it and stand on my square and my beliefs and where I'm coming from, I feel like our relationship's different because of that now. And definitely miss him playing out there, just making things easier, being able to run up and down the floor and just throw the ball to somebody like that, throw it in the air, just as athletic as they come. But yeah, it's just a mutual respect there for what we brought to the table. And his leadership, my leadership style, I think it meshed very well, and I was learning a lot from him that I'm appreciative for the rest of my life. So, man, when he says comments like that, I just think back to just us having those moments where we're down in a series or up in a series, and we're really demanding greatness from each other. And then off the court, our families just meshing well. So definitely think about those times, but now we're here in the present where we're able to reflect, but also now I'm at this stage and able to use some of the formulas that I was taught from him and some of the great teachers that have come before me. I feel like I've been built for this moment because I've gone through some of the things I've gone through in my past with some of the guys that have transcended the game. So shout out to Bron for all that, man. Knows how to start up a media storm and get everybody in here talking about us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future and getting this series started now.
As you hear Kyrie speak there, acknowledging that there was a maturation process that took place in himself and even LeBron, at the time, even though LeBron was the older player, obviously, when you reach that peak, we hear about a lot of groups or a lot of tandems, a lot of top people having rifts. And with the player freedom now that they have as far as leaving and going to other teams and, being able to get out of their current contract and that ain't the words I want to use, not out their current contract, but get traded while on a current contract that they have yet to fulfill. In the NBA, I think is more lenient towards that type of thing. And, especially in the past, right? Because if, Pippen could have got up from under Jordan, obviously we see now that he would have tried to do that at all costs, because a Scottie Pippen level player would get a max contract nowadays. But, man, Kyrie, I like that he said, reflect on those moments and the lessons that he learned from Bron, but also we're in the present. I got Luka, and I'm happy with that right now, too. And, one time LeBron says something about the tweet or the video, that Kyrie had out. And so people are questioning why he's saying something good about Kyrie right now, as far as, that one statement he made about Kyrie tweeting that video. What was it? Negroes, Hebrews to what was it called? I can't remember exactly what it was called off the top of my head, but he tweeted it and they deemed it anti-Semitic. And LeBron kind of joined in, and when he got the backlash, LeBron kind of changed his tune. But a lot of people were opposing Kyrie, and he was an easy target back then. I ain't really going to say opposing him, but he was an easy target, or he was somewhat easy not to take up for, just to protect your own bag. And I understand, people work hard to get where they at, but Kyrie hadn't necessarily done anything that was so egregious at the time that he should have been demonized for it. He didn't want to take a vaccine, and he didn't. And to see him not even 2 whole years later on top of the basketball world, new shoe brand, signed his father, man, it couldn't have worked out better. And I'm glad, I'm happy for Mark Cuban. And he gets a shot at the Celtics again, because the last time he was with Brooklyn and they played the Celtics in the first round, they got embarrassed. So they'll be looking for revenge. Much better team, much better reinforcements coming in this time. Ready to see this series, man. Ready to see how this all plays out. Let me know what you think about these comments between the two former teammates, though. Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.